So guys, in this video we are going to download the Kali Linux and we are going to install it as a virtual machine. So first type in Kali Linux and you will see the first website kali.org. This is their official website and you can just click on this download link. And at this download page you can see the Kali Linux 64-bit installer and live and net installer. That means you need to download small size, but it will download and install via internet. And these are 32-bit and these are the ISO files. You need to install the OS from that ISO files, and these are the VMware images and here VirtualBox images. You can directly download these images and you can open it them, but we are going to install this because we want to learn how this OS install works. So okay, I'm going to click on this installer. You can also choose the torrent option. So I'm going to download here. So download in my download section, or I can say, so I'm going to save it here. So meanwhile I will talk about this VMware workstation and Oracle VirtualBox. First one is VMware workstation player. This is like Hyper-V software. It will emulate an operating system inside an operating system. You can see this is my Windows 10, and within this VMware workstation player I can run any other OS. In the same way, this is the VirtualBox. This is free for download, and VMware workstation player is also free to download. And all you going to do is type in the VMware player in the Google and you will get this link, download product, and you can download this for Windows operating systems. And in Linux it is pretty much straightforward. You will have the store. You can install the VirtualBox from that store. So this is the freeware VirtualBox, and you can click on this download and click on this Windows host to download the setup file. So I am using the VMware workstation. This is a paid version. If you have few bucks, you can just pay that for this VMware subscription. So it's saying 30 minutes. So after download I will continue this video. So guys, now our download has been completed. Let's go and install in VMware workstation. So open the VMware workstation and click on file, click on new virtual machine, and now I'm going to choose the typical and choose this. I will install the operating system later, and click on next. Now I'm going to choose this as Linux. Okay, it will be no problem even if you put the Ubuntu 64-bit. I'm going to put this as Linux, other Linux with the kernel 4.x 64-bit. So click on next. Now I want to rename this to Kali Linux virtual machine. So you can also choose this location where it want to store, but I am going to leave it as default. Click on next. Now give the hard disk size as 40, and this 40 size will not be reduced at a time in your hard disk. It will reduce when you start using the Kali Linux. I mean, if you download 50 MB file, then hard disk will reduce 50 MB. Okay, click on finish. So now we are going to edit some of the virtual machine settings. Click on this and choose your memory. I want to say 2 GB. So 2 GB is enough. Okay, click on number of cores 2. If you have more processes, you can choose the 2 processes as well. Okay, choose this ISO image file and browse. Click on browse. Now go to your downloads folder and locate this ISO file which you have downloaded. Now if you can leave the network adapter as a NAT. Now click on OK. Now everything is fine, and I'm going to close this Chrome because it eats a lot of RAM. So now let's power on this virtual machine. So to maximize this, click on the center full screen mode. Now choose the graphical install. Hit enter. Okay, now select a language. I'm going to choose the English. Select a country, or mine is India. You can choose yours. And American English keyboard. So guys, I will not recommend this Kali Linux to dual boot with any other OS, because if anything goes wrong you need to install it again. But in this virtual machine you can take the snapshots and you can revert back to those snapshots if there is any error in the Kali Linux. So that's one advantage of the Kali Linux as a virtual machine. Not only Kali Linux, any other operating system. So enter my host name. Okay, I will leave it as Kali, and I don't have any domain. Okay, full name for the new user. It's a Nikki, and I want to choose the password. You choose your own. By default, the password for this Kali is root and tour. Root is the username and TOR for the password. Don't keep the tour or Kali or like simple passwords. Choose some strong password. Alright, now it's asking to use entire disk or entire disk and set up this LVM logical volume manager, and then encryption also, or you can do manual. But since we have created a 40 GB virtual disk, we are going to use entire disk because we do not want that 40 GB for any other our main OS or any other OS. So that's why I'm going to use this entire disk. So this is the disk that is created, HDA SkyC device A 42.9 GB. So you need to click on this and click on continue. Now okay, all files in one partition, separate home partition. So if you install, if you choose this option, all files will be from the root, and if you click this one, the home directory will be in separate part. So I'm going to click on this all files in one partition and hit enter. Okay, now it's asking to write the changes to this. Click on continue and choose yes. So I want to apply all these changes. That means it will install the OS on the hard disk. Now click continue. Now it will take some time depending upon the CPU processor. Okay, this is asking to select the software, and this GNOME and KD Plasma and XFCE are the default desktop desktop environments, and don't choose KD Plasma, it is very laggy. Okay, I'm fine with XFCE because it takes less RAM consumption and also less resources. And GNOME, this is a you can see the GNOME environment in the previous versions of Kali like 2016 and 17, but they change it to XFCE as a default desktop environment. Okay, it's better to go with XFCE because it is very resources less than GNOME and KDE Plasma. And now click on continue. Okay, now it's asking to install the grub bootloader on our hard disk. You need to click yes, because without this grub bootloader your Kali Linux will not power on. Click on continue and click on this dev SDA. This is your hard disk. SDA stands for SCSI device. A means the first alphabet, and since we have only one hard disk, it has named A. So click on this dev SDA, which is your hard disk. Click continue. Now it's gonna install the grub bootloader. So guys, now installation is complete. Now click on continue. Now the Kali Linux will restart, and click on this Kali Linux. And if you want to come out of this Kali Linux, you need to press the Ctrl and Alt. Now you can see the mouse, and I can just minimize this, and I can just open the virtual machine. And if you want to go into this Kali Linux machine, you need to click on any area, and there you go. So the default credentials are user Kali, and the password is also Kali. Okay, I have changed the password. Sorry for that. Wait, what? Okay, sorry. Think I have entered the username as Nikki. Okay, Nikki and my password. Okay, first thing you want to do is you need to install the open VM tools, that is the VMware tools, to make sure that you can copy to and fro from these systems. That means you can copy the files from this machine to Windows 10 machine. Now first you need to update the system. You type the sudo apt update. So now what you're going to do is we need to install open VM tools desktop. Sudo so type this sudo apt to install open VM tools desktop, and click Y for yes. So now my open VM2s or VMware tools have been installed. What you're going to do is you need to take a snapshot. Now right click on this and snapshot, take a snapshot, call it as base, and my snapshot will be taken now after I shut down the system. And then if you in the future, if this system has been corrupted or some files have been deleted, and then you can just restore to the snapshot, like going to snapshot and clicking on the snapshot. So it is like saving our operating system state. And you can even add the removable devices. If you have you can add the laptop's camera to this Kali Linux machine, and you can change the settings, and you can also change this IP address subnet range. So that's not necessary, since we got the IP address, we can still contact with internet. That's not a problem. So that's all about this installation video.